Hey, I'm Justin Rocket Silverman with the Daily News, and we're going to go pay Neil deGrasse Tyson a visit in his office.
Justin Rocket, Daily News, right? I remembered. Welcome.
Thank you, Neil.
Welcome to the universe. Come on in. This is my office.
This is where you do your work.
Yeah, well, some of my work. I've called out a lot, but this puts me in the mood. Everything in here
This is where you make the magic happen.
where everything in here has some cosmic dimension to it.
This is also where you shoot Star Talk, the new TV show.
Star Talk is shot right here against this wall. And on the back wall is everything that has weird space relationships. Here's Louisiana hot sauce, but it's got like a space shuttle on the cover. This is ink, but it's like moon ink. So everything here has got some, sliced pineapples, but these are cosmic fun shapes. People give me stuff over the years, and I just put it all on my shelf. And I realized that in Hollywood, people pay top dollar for props, like stuff that I would just have in my office that is otherwise real. Right? This is a genuine period sextant, from the 18th century. And so everything here is real. And of course, Bronx in the house, that's real.
That's as real as it gets, right?
Yeah, can't get realer than that.
And then these are all different awards and such you've gotten over the years?
Yeah, these are the flashier looking ones. Most of them are just in a back closet because there's no room.
There's too many of them.
Well,
That's
too
the
many.
problem.
Well, because you reach a point where people give you an award practically because you got some other award, and so I'd like to earn something. I want to accomplish something again in my life, so that maybe there can be a fresh award for that. The Bronx High School of Science.
Nice.
I'm a hometown kid. That's why.
Nice.
I like reading old books.
Yeah.
Old books about how we once thought about how the universe worked. So what's an example here? Publications of the Lick Observatory, 1908.
Amazing.
And so these are discoveries made
Before any manned object had ever been in space.
Oh, way before that. Photographs of nebulae and clusters. And nebulae back then was just any fuzzy thing in the night sky. We would later learn that many of these nebulae, in fact, most of these nebulae, were entire galaxies sitting distant from our own galaxy as almost like island universes. What are we taking for granted today? That in 10 years, 50 years, 100 years, people would look back and say, those idiots.
It could be the very nature of reality, right?
No, I wouldn't go that far.
No?
I think there's many aspects of reality that we have good sense of. We understand ordinary gravity pretty well. We use the forces of gravity to land things on Mars. That's an awesome hole-in-one if you think about it. So there's a lot we do understand about the universe and we exploit in the service of our curiosity. This is kind of cool. I think everyone should have a meteorite. This is a meteorite. It's about 4.5 billion years old. It dates from the origin of the solar system. And it arrived on Earth about 50,000 years ago. Arrived is the wrong word. It collided with Earth as part of a much larger meteorite. And I don't know how to impress upon you how dense this thing is. How far did I drop? Okay, 2 inches, ready? That's the sound it makes by falling 2 inches. 2 inches. So I designed this so you press down the ring and the light turns on and off.
Nice. You made that in 7th grade?
Yeah, so I laid the ball and cut this and wired it for the electricity. It's a little wobbly right now and it needs a...
Well, it's at least 10 years old.
So this has been my desk lamp ever since I was in 7th grade. And it's been with me through college and graduate school and now in my professional life as an astrophysicist.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, I spent time in Texas, in fact, where I met my wife. At the University of Texas at Austin. It was funny, back in the day when you had to write down your license plate when you bought gas, so I wrote down COZMIC and the guy looked at it and said, I bet you're the only one with that plate. And I said, that kind of would be true no matter what plate I wrote there. And I was in Russia and they had their dolls, the nesting dolls. And anytime you see these, they've got like heads of state on them and other sort of boring characters, but I visited Star City outside of Moscow, which is their version of like Cape Canaveral here, and or Houston, where they train the astronauts. And they had one with the International Space Station on it. And I said, cool, I'm getting it. And then I opened it up and I saw what was next. And this looks like the Soyuz space station. And then I opened it up again, and then I saw this, and I had no idea what that is. And then this, we get smaller and smaller, and guess what's on the very tiniest one?
Sputnik.
Sputnik, of course. Let's find Sputnik.
The very first satellite, man-made satellite put into orbit.
Exactly, and of course the Ruskies did that. The Soviet Union did that on October 4th.
And then prompted the U.S. to immediately start.
We went ballistic here, literally and figuratively. We lost our minds when this was orbiting over our heads in October 4th, 1957. And a year later, we would found NASA. We would create an entire space program with a mission to land on the moon.
You could even say that NASA owes its existence to Sputnik having been launched.
There is no question that NASA owes its existence to Sputnik. No question about it.
Amazing. Neil, thanks for having us today.
Okay.
I would shake your hand, but you're a little
Here we go.
full.
We shake your hand. Here we go. Okay. So do come back. If I get more junk in my office, I'd be happy to show it to you. The Saturn lamp.